engage in an intellectual battle with an unarmed man. That gentleman is talking about refusing to engage in an intellectual battle with an unarmed man. Albert Einstein, I am here because you are teachers. I am here because you shape opinion. I am here because you are armed with knowledge. So I am talking to people who are intellectually armed. Moromako bandu bageri. Abandu bachesi. Abandu bakusoma. Abandu bigiza abana betu. So, and I have said I have refused to engage those who I have come to engage you, isn't it? Why have I come to engage you? I have come to engage you because it is a moment of critical importance to the people of Malaba, to the people of Kakamega, to the people of Western Province, and to the people of Kenya. Because what you do here has an impact on the whole nation. It does not end in Malaba. It has an impact here and beyond. So when your teachers came to see me, the leadership of the teachers, we had a conversation. And they said, we are not alone. There are others behind us. And we want you to also to have an opportunity to talk to the ones who are not in this room, in my office. When I came in at Tande, I saw the Liverpool motto. We shall never walk. So the teacher leaders here told me they will not walk alone. I should come and engage with you. So I am here. Prior to that, I engaged your other leaders. I engaged your chairman of all our clans in Malava, about 100 of them. Very senior, dignified men and women, elders of society, of varied professions. We had an engagement. I engaged with the MCAs elected and nominated to have a conversation on Malava. I went further and had a conversation with the administrators from every sublocation to the top on issues Malava. I also had an opportunity to have a conversation with a cross-section of your leaders, including Saidi here and others who came to Nairobi. I saw Tubei and Sikoria. They are all here. They are here. And I was consistent about one thing, that the leadership of Malava must come from the people of Malava themselves. So I deliberately refused. And I told them, I have not requested you to come. because I want to impose a leader on you. I have also come here to tell the 3,000 plus teachers, I have not come here to impose a leader on you. So if you are waiting for me to pronounce the name of a candidate, you will wait for a very long time. But I came here so that we can have a conversation. That word there. Because you are armed people. I came here so that we can have a conversation. What leadership does Malava deserve? If you took a pen and pencil, or pencil and paper today, the 4,000 of you, what would be the qualities you would be looking for as your next member of parliament? You are opinion shapers. You cannot be bystanders. You cannot hide behind clans. Even me, I come from a clan. This is not the time to evaluate leadership on the basis of a clan, on the prism of a clan. Wache yo mchezo. If you know somebody has got to manage CDF and your CDF has not been as active because we lost our member of parliament, my good friend, brother, Malulu Injendi, you will need somebody once they are in office, people who will be honest and work with integrity to make sure that the CDF of Malava is activated quickly and for the right purpose. Mundu nabe yenubu sandu kumakono. Mwamanya busandu? Nuka wara irite mua? Busandu butigarako. Nugumira digadasi dimanya dihanda kubidete. Munyinde mwamanya mbandu basingi banu mwamanya babe nubusandu. Mwabamanya. Mbeha? Mwabamanya. Mwamanya bajanja. Mwamanya babei. Why do you want us to make that decision for you? It is you to make the decision because you know these characters. Bugura kishijungiru bwana. Sesa. Nura saiguru mukoro. You have to take responsibility as leaders, as teachers. You have to take responsibility. Because when you do not take your responsibility seriously and you do not move, you delay the progress of your community. You delay the progress of your nation. You delay the progress of millions of people because you refused to take your responsibility seriously. Will Broder has asked Shitanda very fundamental questions. Very fundamental. Valid ones, which we must address. But let us ask one question or two. And I don't want your immediate answer. They are called rhetorical questions. It's for you to reflect. Because I'm talking to the people that People who are what? So, let me ask you. Did we pass the Constitution of 2010? All of us, as Kenyans. We passed it with a 70% majority in Kenya. In that Constitution, because I want to speak to this, operational details, the mistakes, the difficulties aside, but I just want to speak to the principles laid out in the Constitution. Article 43, the one that deals with housing as an example. We passed it in the Constitution, and that Constitution said that Parliament shall then legislate to create a fund to actualize this program. Parliament shall then legislate to actualize this. Now, when we passed the Constitution in 2010, the Parliament that was there did not actualize that provision of the Constitution. Uhuru Kenyatta came. During that period, that Parliament did not actualize that provision. It is this Parliament that has actualized the provision. So, the decision was delayed during the Kibaki session. It was then delayed during the Uhuru. But because it's a constitutional requirement, this time there is that. So, a stitch in time saves 9. So when we delay to make decisions, and more so when they are constitutional requirements, they will still catch up with us somewhere along the road. That is one message that we need to appreciate. We have talked of SHA. In the same constitution, operational challenges aside, the efficiencies that have got to be instituted aside. But the reality is it is within the Constitution that you must provide universal health care. And again, the law said Parliament shall then legislate to give effect to these provisions of the Constitution. The Kibaki Parliament time delayed. Uhuru Parliament delayed. The burden has fallen on this Parliament. Because, again, people were passing the buck. I'm talking to armed people. Yani, nuwe ni kindu. Basically, instead of making a decision, usugumira undi. You don't want to make a decision, usugumira undi. Passing the buck. Yani, inze mangana madinyo aga gaburi kuko gatagom makono gange dawe deka mbiri gazimu makono guundi mundu. That is basically passing the buck because you do not want to take responsibility. So, we had a debt. We have a public debt, a huge public debt. When I was talking politics, I was telling people from 2015, because I have the benefit of having been a minister for finance for this country. And I know what it means to deal with debt at that scale. And I kept on reminding Kenyans that there is a dangerous appetite that we are seeing in the way people are borrowing. No action was taken. Systematically, the debt has been growing bigger. It is now time for Ruto's government to address what people were passing as a buck. These are the painful realities that we have to face. But coming back to Malava, Malulu Njendi was the vice chair of the Education Committee, a very powerful committee of parliament. Right now, 702 billion Kenya shillings have been allocated to education, which is 25% of the entire government budget. 25% of the entire government budget as allocated, as assigned by parliament, has been dedicated to education. That is the global best standard, to set aside 25%. But why we are here and why you are speaking to Bitok is because we don't want just now to hear the figure. We want to see efficient utilization of those resources. And that is why we are here. Resources in education, resources in agriculture, resources in health, resources in infrastructure. We want to see efficient utilization of public resources. Issues of promotion. There must be a proper methodology, something that you can justify. We want that implemented quickly between the Ministry of Education, Teachers Service Commission, so that teachers can benefit rightfully with their promotion. We want them to earn proper salaries. We want them because they are beacons in their community. Everybody knows when teachers have earned, the economy in a constituency turns around. Kweli ama uongo? The economy turns around. So we need to make sure that the disbursement of public resources are also in a timely fashion and targeted to meet the people. I was talking to some university students, and at this point, let me also give the apology of Beatrice Nyangala, because she was handling something related to higher education. So with the president, so she could not come, they had to deal with that. But she's one of you also. Now, when we talk of moving forward and bringing the issues that I'm talking to you on the table, making reference to Malulu Njendi, talking about the ratio of 25%, calling about efficient use of resources. I want to bring this message home because sometimes people think that we don't appreciate. So these university students that I was talking to, they came to my office, student leaders. And our population in the University of Nairobi and others, they've grown. I think Nairobi University now, those who are doing undergraduate are about 53,000. Young men and women. Some of them are your children. You know them. But listening to these young people, they said, Mr. Prime Cabinet Secretary, do you know we don't even get a decent meal in a day? and they are supposed to be learning. Yani kari shipire honi uzashenyine shemaganda. Mwamanya shipira honi? Mwamanya shipira honi? Shipira honi uzashonyene shemakanda. Sibanyara kunyora dabe. In a day, I was touched. And I've already started engaging, and we are talking to Ministry of Education and whatever. We say, when we allocate the resources to the students, surely we can categorize how much goes for tuition, and we add a portion which will go to give them at least one meal a day. If you think these things don't touch us, let me for the first time tell you, they touch us. When we don't see medicine in a hospital, it touches us. When we see somebody stealing public money, it touches us. And we have to address them. And that is why Wilboroda is right. So we are going to be addressing these issues so that teachers get their rightful share. Just like other Kenyans deserve their rightful share. So I have come to you as good people of Malava, with all humility, to tell you, please don't hide behind your clan to determine the leadership of Malava. Soita Shitanda came from a very small home of the Kabaras. But he gave good leadership. I told the elders the same. I told the administration the same. And I'm now telling you teachers the same. Please, please, let us rise above our heritage on this one. Let us look for quality leadership so that Malava can grow. I'm the patron of the Vihiga or Maragoli Cultural Society. I'm the patron. I'm a custodian of tradition. And I have a clan behind me. But I never put the clan ahead of me. Out of the people you saw here, speaking to you, standing here, which one of them is a Maragoli? The ones who stood here. Even the one in my office, chief of staff, is he a Maragoli? Sasa wale watu wanapenda kusema ati Musa ari amaromavu za Navarogori washindwe. Because we look beyond that. We integrate, we work with different people. These lies have been told for too long by people who want to be petty and divide us. So I'm here to speak to you as one of your own. And I speak with a lot of passion for the people of Malava, because whenever I step out to seek votes, there is nobody who gives me votes like people of Malava. They have the gold medal when it comes to that. Surely, We are not going to drop that gold medal in the next few months when you are going to make a decision as to who is going to be the leader of Malava. I came to you. Thank God Malava listened. Thank God Shinyalu listened. But when I came to other people and I told them, I have seen the direction and where the wind is going and what is happening, people thought I was joking. Ruto won. Today, President Ruto are working together with Raila Odinga in a broad-based government. Why are you still arguing? So, and let me tell you, and this one I'm not, it's just looking at it carefully, analysis and so forth, and I keep pointing at this. I keep pointing here, isn't it? Deliberately I'm pointing at this because we have been selling ourselves short. We as a community have been selling ourselves short. We have not been applying our full intellect to matters of this nature. We have been selling ourselves short. We are all guilty in that context. Because we have not been taking the trends, the political trends in a nation seriously. We sometimes want to be too localized to the extent that you don't see the bigger picture. Let Malava show us the way by showing us what is good for Malava and what is the bigger picture. Do you know, I've been telling people it's usually very difficult on African soil to defeat a president who is looking for his second term. And I want to give you a chronology. Shall I give you a chronology? Are you ready to walk with me on this journey? All right? Because I wanted to dedicate this day because this is such a serious matter. Today is Tuesday, I'm supposed to be somewhere else doing other things. I said no. The people of Malava, their interests, their journey is even more important than those other things. That's why I'm here. If you go back, we now go back to the era of Moi. We move away from his first 14 years when it was single party. We now come to multipartyism in 1992. When the original Ford, ile ya kina Matiba, Muliro, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Shikuku, Paul Mwite, name them. Well, when they gathered in Kamkunji, everybody said, Moi amekwisha, hakuna njia, dunia imeenda. And there were massive defections. People were running away to defect, thinking that that is where it will be easy. Moi then told them, mimi ni professor wa siasa, ngoja tu utaona. After a while, the original Ford was scattered into 4 pieces. 4. Moi walked back into office. Through the ballot, he won. By the time the opposition was saying, how did it happen? He had been voted in because people had cast the ballot. When it came to 1997, Moi calculated he had one more term under the new constitution at that time. Again, they thought it was whatever. Moi maneuvered, campaigned, Moi won. Kibaki came in 2002 because Moi was no longer on the ballot. And Kibaki won. This is so important to our people. Please listen to me. We then moved from there. We came to the one of 2007 because Kibaki won 2002 without any challenge. We came to 2007. Mimi na wakina Umbima hapa na wengine tukakuwa kwa ODM. When we had that ndizi na chungwa, tukazunguka. In 2005 when we won the referendum, tukafikiri tumeshinda. Huyu mzee Kibaki sijui alisema hiyo ilikuwa referendum, haikuwa general election. Kufika general election in 2007-2008, Kibaki akabadilika akakuwa PNU. Kibaki was a different person. Whether we debate or whatever, he got his term. He did his second term. We came to Uhuru. Uhuru won his first term after Kibaki. Then tukaingia 2017. Wakati ule watu wakasema, we Musalia, tumekasirika na wewe. Sasa fanya kazi na baba namna hiyo. Nikasema all right, lazima tufanye namna hiyo. Nikakubali, nikaunda NASA. Mimi ndio nilikuwa nikisema NASA Uhuru, NASA Ruto, NASA hawa. Ama mmesahau? Si ndio mimi niliunda National Super Alliance. Nikazunguka Kenya nzima na NASA. Sasa wakati wa kura, hiyo slogan yetu imepotea, tumenaswa. Mambo ikabadilika. And Uhuru got his. Wakasema, tuende tufanye nini, hata petition, kufika petition, kumaliza petition. Now kurudi kwa uwanja, engine imekoza mafuta, mambo imekuwa ngumu. Uhuru akapata his second term. So to defeat an incumbent who's looking for his second term is something else. Mumurire. See, I said I'm talking to these people. You are armed. These ones. All right. So I think I've spoken enough. And I am so proud that I was talking to my brothers and sisters, and I want to leave you with just one other message. Can you beam the second one? Beam the second one. Beam it. Are you beaming it? All right. What does that one say? The longer you stay on the wrong train, the more expensive it gets to get you home, isn't it? Vanduva Emalaba. On which train are you? So, I want you to go home now reflecting on this one, isn't it? Just to think very carefully on which train are you. And you remember I told you about the story of passing the buck, delaying to make the right decisions, delaying to implement the right decisions is basically being on the wrong train. And it becomes expensive to get home. And what do we mean by home? We mean education for the people of Malava. We mean good roads for the people of Malava. We mean good agriculture for the people of Malava. We mean good opportunities for the people of Malava. And the story goes on and on and on. So don't delay to get on the right train. I speak to you, and I told you that we merged, ANC, UDA, we merged. I will not tell you who our candidate will be, but I want you to go home. Just reflect. I'm your brother. I want to continue working with you. I want to make sure that when President Ruto is seated and he leaves his glass of water on the stool next to the MP for Malava to go and answer a phone call, when he comes back, he should know that his water is safe and he can continue drinking from that glass. Have you heard me? Yes. Is that too much to ask? No. Have I insulted anybody? No. Have I abused the people of Malava? No. Have I imposed a leader on Malava? No. I've only requested. Mukuhendere mundu mu UDA. But the decision of who? Ni munyubene. Sigarigario? Murakukonya? Murangonya? Kuragenda hala? Nyasaha murindigo. Now, let me make some announcement because there was a message from the President to support infrastructure. And I'll request the Sub-County Director yes, come. We brought our
to the schools.
Yes.
Where is the school?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you. The schools which are benefiting from this infrastructure, we have Tanda Secondary School, which is our host, Your Excellency. We have Matsaga Secondary School, Chereso Comprehensive School, oh, Chesero, thank you, Excellency.
Chevoso. It's Chevoso.
Oh, Chevoso. All right, thank you very much. Makofi basi. We have Ingarira.
Ingavira.